Control of work, performing authority. Welcome to this comprehensive guide on control of work systems and the critical role of the performing authority in maintaining safety standards across industrial operations. Course Overview. Comprehensive Program. This course provides training on the responsibilities and competencies of personnel who perform the role of an authorized person. It covers the legal and safety requirements for controlling hazardous work activities and managing work permits. Target Audience. The Control of Work, Performing Authority course prepares those responsible for authorizing or conducting tasks in hazardous environments, such as supervisors, engineers, and safety professionals. Accreditations. This course is approved by Opito. Legal requirements and guidance documents. Health and Safety at Work Act. Foundational legislation requiring employers to ensure worker safety through appropriate systems. Management of Health and Safety at Work regulations. Mandates risk assessments and implementation of control measures. Industry standards. Includes HSE guidance documents, industry best practices, and company-specific procedures. Permit to Work systems. Purpose. A formal system ensuring hazardous work is properly planned, assessed, and executed safely. Creates clear accountability and communication between all parties involved in high-risk tasks. Work request. Initial identification of task requirements and potential hazards. Risk assessment. Evaluation of hazards and control measures before approval. Authorization. Formal approval by competent authority before work begins. Control of work documents. Hot work permits. Authorizes activities generating heat or sparks such as welding, cutting, and grinding. Always requires mandatory gas testing certification and specifies fire watch requirements and emergency protocols. Isolation certificates. Documents the complete isolation of hazardous energy sources including electrical, mechanical, hydraulic, and chemical systems. Details specific lockout/tagout verification procedures and required proving tests. Gas test certificates. Confirms atmospheric safety by documenting oxygen levels, flammable gas concentrations, and toxic substance measurements. Valid for limited time periods and must be renewed according to site-specific protocols. Key roles in Permit to Work systems. Performing authority. Responsible for planning and executing the work safely according to permit requirements. Work team. Skilled workers who carry out the task under the performing authority's supervision. Safety officers. Provide technical expertise and verify compliance with safety standards. Area authority. Responsible for the work area and approving all work within their jurisdiction. The performing authority role. Core function. The performing authority serves as the critical link between planning and execution of work activities. They translate control measures from permits into practical actions at the worksite. Key responsibilities. Conducting thorough pre-job risk assessments. Ensuring team competency and proper equipment. Verifying controls match permit requirements. Monitoring work conditions throughout task execution. Managing permit closure and handover processes. Hazards, risks, and alarm. Hazard. Any source or situation with the potential to cause harm, injury, damage, or adverse health effects, for example, electricity, working at heights, hazardous chemicals. Risk. The combination of likelihood and consequence of a specified hazardous event occurring. Expressed as the probability and severity of harm resulting from hazard exposure. ALARP principle. As low as reasonably practicable, requires reducing risks to a level where further risk reduction would be grossly disproportionate to the benefits gained. This principle balances safety improvements against time, cost, and practical feasibility. Planning work activities. Scope definition. Clearly define what work is needed and expected outcomes. Hazard identification. Systematically identify all potential hazards associated with the task. Risk assessment. Evaluate likelihood and consequences of each hazard. Control selection. Implement hierarchy of controls to mitigate identified risks. Resource allocation. Ensure proper equipment, personnel, and time are available. Handover and completion processes. Effective handovers. Prioritize face-to-face communication to ensure clear understanding. Maintain comprehensive documentation for formal transfer of responsibility. Provide detailed status reports with specific progress metrics. Conduct thorough verification of site conditions and safety controls. Work suspension. Implement proper isolation measures, secure the worksite, and document current status before initiating any temporary stoppage. Handover. Transfer operational responsibility through structured briefings covering all safety-critical conditions, outstanding tasks, and potential hazards. Completion. Perform systematic quality verification, ensure comprehensive site cleanup, and confirm safe return to normal operational status. Course curriculum. Introduction to control of work. Identify the main legal requirements and guidance documents relevant to the control of work. State the purpose of a permit-to-work system. Explain the principles of work control, and how work is controlled within typical permit-to-work systems. Identify the main types of control of work documents, hot work, isolation certificates etc., and explain their purpose and why they are cross-referenced to each other. Identify the main roles within a typical permit-to-work system and the function of each role. Explain the role of the performing authority. State the responsibilities of the performing authority. Differentiate between hazard and risk. Give a brief explanation of the term, ALARP. Controlling work activities. Identify and explain typical steps in planning and preparing for the work activities. Handover, work suspension and completion and methods to ensure effective handovers.
Contact us for more information. You can call us, email us or go through our website, and visit us at this address.